Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 our football family, to this new page, which is called the Foot All Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and listening. I'm Arush, and with me I have.
Kunal.
And let the game begin.
So, Arush, how have you been?
We have been good. We have been good. We have been waiting for the football season to start. बहुत कुछ है हमारे पास कवर करने के लिए. The previews of the teams. How are we seeing the transfer window happening? लेकिन उससे पहले ये इंट्रो वीडियो है तो थोड़ा हम अपने आप को भी इंट्रोड्यूस कर देते हैं. किन क्लब्स को हम सपोर्ट करते हैं वो बता देते हैं थोड़ा. अभी वीडियो देख के लग रहा होगा कि मैं आर्सेनल सपोर्टर हूँ बहुत बड़ा, लेकिन नहीं. मैं हूँ थोड़ा बार्सिलोना भक्त, मैं हूँ थोड़ा मेसी भक्त. ऑफ कोर्स आपको बैकग्राउंड से पता चल रहा होगा. एंड कुणाल एक्चुअली हैं आर्सेनल फैन. सो कुणाल, हाउ
Definitely.
डिड द जर्नी स्टार्ट?
So if I talk about the journey, like a lot of the Arsenal fans, मेरा जर्नी शुरू हुआ था एक रैंडम सैटरडे से जब मैं प्रीमियर लीग देखना शुरू करा था.
हम्म.
So I was never into football. I never used to follow sports इतना ज़्यादा. I remember कि मैंने शायद स्कूल टाइम में 2 या 3 बार मैक्सिमम फुटबॉल खेला होगा. सो आई हैड फ्रेंड्स हु वुड कॉन्स्टेंटली टॉक अबाउट फुटबॉल. जब बस में दे वुड टॉक अबाउट एल क्लासिको, रियल मैड्रिड, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड.
हम्म.
सो उस टाइम पे इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता था. देन वन फाइन सैटरडे आई वाज सिटिंग गेटिंग बोर्ड. आई स्टार्टेड वाचिंग फुटबॉल. आर्सेनल वाज ऑन and
हम्म.
Arsene Wenger was there. So that is, how the journey started. Started watching the free-flowing football of Arsene Wenger. Started watching him fidgeting with his jacket and, just going around the touchline and looking here and there. So that is how it all started. And now it has been a long journey, many years. Wenger has retired. We have had a change of manager. We had
हम्म.
Unai Emery come in. Now we have Mikel Arteta, who's been here for some time now, and he's established himself in the team itself. So
Right.
probably I think now we're in a trajectory, upward trajectory, going in the right path. Last couple of years have been good.
It has been last
So
couple of years have been really good. Like there have been some heartbreaks, but uh, on a longer term, on a longer trajectory, it has been on a
and
very positive path.
and probably last couple of years we have seen progress, which has not been there for quite a lot of years.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. And so probably how did you start supporting Barcelona? I mean, with all the time zone differences and everything.
इंटरेस्टिंग. तो सिंस हम जहाँ पे रहते हैं इंडिया में, देयर इज प्रेवलेंस ऑफ प्रीमियर लीग, कि प्रीमियर लीग है, फॉलो हो रहा है, एंड यू हियर अ लॉट अबाउट मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, आर्सेनल, जैसे आपने बताया. लेकिन amongst all these Ronaldos, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, I used to hear this name called Lionel Messi. और
Hmm.
मैं सोचता था कि मेसी कहाँ से आ रहा है, मेसी और ये बार्सिलोना. ये तो बार्सिलोना आई न्यू कि इट वाज इन स्पेन, बट प्रीमियर लीग में इट वुड इवेंचुअली नॉट बी देयर. और बार्सिलोना का नाम कहाँ से ओरिजिनेट हो रहा है.
Hmm.
तो आई केप्ट ऑन सर्चिंग अबाउट द क्लब. So this was very initial days, or it was around जब पेप गार्डियोला का era it was about to end. And after that there was this MSN era, और फिर जावी इनिएस्टा का मैजिक जो स्टार्ट हुआ और फिर वो एंड होने पे नहीं आया. दैट वाज द टाइम व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड टू फॉलो द क्लब, कि क्या हो रहा है. मेसी लेड टू मी फॉलोइंग द क्लब एज वेल एज कि बार्सिलोना की जो यूनिकनेस थी, उनका जो कैटलन आइडेंटिटी थी, दैट आई
Hmm.
फाउंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. और फिर वहां से मैंने फॉलो करना स्टार्ट किया. फिर उसके बाद जो 4-5 साल थे, आई थिंक इट फ्रॉम 2013 टू 2017, इट वॉज द मोस्ट ब्यूटिफुल पीरियड फॉर टू बी अ बार्सिलोना फैन. उससे पहले भी उन्होंने सेक्सटूपल वगैरह जीता था, बट तब आई वॉज टू स्मॉल टू फॉलो द क्लब. बट द एरा दैट आई वॉच बैक देन वॉज, आई थिंक, अनरिपीटेबल. और सर्टेनली जब मैं अभी देखता हूँ अपने क्लब को,
Hmm.
तो सच में ऐसा लगता है कि क्या दिन थे भाई, क्या दिन थे. कुछ हमारा क्लब भी ऐसा हुआ करता था हमारे जमाने में.
So I think
दैट वाली फीलिंग
that
आती
is
है.
that is how Arsenal fans also feel, over the years.
वही.
हमने इनविंसिबल ऐसे सीजन पूरा बनाया. वी वन दैट. एंड since then we had quite a lot of downfall, and we had good players coming in.
Hmm.
Ozil आया, Sanchez आया, but results नहीं आए. So that has been something that has been a miss for some time. But FA Cup, we have won FA Cups, but
Hmm.
FA Cups can take you only so far.
हाँ, they don't hit you
So
that hard.
yes,
एक प्रीमियर लीग ट्रॉफी या चैंपियंस
definitely,
लीग ट्रॉफी.
definitely, definitely. Champions League though is a dream.
हाँ.
Uh, One that was taken away by Barcelona,
बार्सिलोना.
uh,
एटो.
and their dirty deeds probably. But okay, topic for another day. But yeah, so that is it. I think that is how probably both of us got into. But now that La Liga season is starting, how are you planning to watch La Liga?
हाँ, probably VPN ऑन करके इलीगल वेबसाइट्स पे जाके देखा जाएगा, क्योंकि अभी तक कोई ऐसा स्ट्रीमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म तो फाइनलाइज हुआ नहीं है सीजन के लिए. एंड आई थिंक दैट इज अ शेम, दैट इज एन एब्सोल्यूट शेम, बिकॉज ना सीरिया के लिए ना ला लीगा के लिए कोई भी अभी तक स्ट्रीमिंग प्लेटफॉर्म का अनाउंसमेंट नहीं हुआ है. पिछले साल जियो सिनेमा में इट वाज स्ट्रीमिंग, बट अगेन द क्वालिटी वाज नॉट दैट गुड. और जब आप प्रीमियर लीग की स्ट्रीमिंग से कंपेयर करो तो इट इज नोवेयर नियर.
Definitely, definitely. See, Premier League, though Sky Sports has that, handle on it, and they have been doing it for so many years. Now they understand कि कहाँ पे क्या. So it is, I think, very similar to how it happens for cricket. So when Star does it, the streaming is altogether different. Uh, I remember when there was a channel called Neo Cricket, when that came
हाँ.
in and got the rights to Indian West Indies की series. It was
राइट.
a very bad coverage. So I think that is how it is. But like you said, it's a shame that the official channels have not been announced for La Liga. And probably they'll not be there for this year. And one of the things that I can probably chip in here is Dazen, if you've heard of it. That used to showcase the women's league
हाँ.
on the YouTube channel. So I think that
राइट.
was a very great, way to reach out to audience where they are not present currently and can only be viewed through YouTube. I think that was a great initiative by them. And similarly, probably, La Liga can also look into it if they want to. But it is all about streaming rights, and it's very
वही,
complicated.
इसमें एक बार घुस गए तो वील गो डीप इनटू इट.
Definitely.
लेकिन बीइंग मूविंग ऑन, बीइंग एन आर्सेनल फैन, आपके लिए सबसे स्पेशल मेमोरी कौन सी रही है अपनी क्लब की, सिंस यू हैव स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग द क्लब?
See, since I have started following the club, we only had hardship. 2012-13 से शुरू करा था, और तब से मतलब ऐसा कोई मोमेंट नहीं आया कि जो बहुत ही ग्लोरियस मोमेंट हो. However, there is one goal that I very vividly remember, is that Giroud का scorpion kick.
स्कॉर्पियन केक.
Yes. So that is one goal that it stays in my mind and keeps on repeating. So that is one. There was another goal that we scored recently, जिसमें back to front था with Ramsdale, starting off the movement, and Tomiyasu taking it on the right side, and then Saka taking it ahead, Jesus scoring. So that is one that is there. But apart from that, probably Aubameyang dropping the FA Cup trophy.
ओह. वो आर्सेनल का कोविड वाला जो टेन्योर था वो अजीब ही था, अजीब ही था.
बहुत अजीब, बहुत अजीब. But what about you? Barcelona में what are your memories that are staying with you?
आई थिंक पिछले 10-12 सालों में बार्सिलोना और आर्सेनल फैंस जितना रिलेट कर पाते हैं ना अपने एक दूसरे से, आई थिंक कोई और क्लब ऐसे नहीं कर सकते रिलेट, बिकॉज again it has been all hardships since 2015 तो especially, but most special moment if I talk about it would definitely be the remontada, जब 6-1 किया हमने पीएसजी के अगेंस्ट. क्या मजा आया था उस दिन, उस रात को जो मजा आया था, मतलब भाई दैट वाज इनसेन. नेमार की वो फ्री किक, आई वुड नेवर फॉरगेट दैट फ्री किक जो उसने ट्रैप के अगेंस्ट मारी. ट्रैप को पूरा उसने गोलकीपिंग लाइन में ट्रैप करके रख लिया था इन दी 88th मिनट, दैट टू. और फिर जो फाइनल जब रॉबर्टो ने गोल मारा एंड द वे मेसी सेलिब्रेटेड विद द फैंस, वो फोटो मेरा वॉलपेपर रहा था फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 years. आई एम नॉट इवन किडिंग. बट उसका उसके बाद तो और भी ज्यादा हार्ट ब्रेक्स का जो फ्रीक्वेंसी था वो बढ़ गया था.
हम्म,
उसके बाद हुआ रोमा रोमा वाला हार्ट ब्रेक, और उसके बाद हुआ योर एनफील्ड वाला, विच इज फॉर मी द hardest moment to be the Barcelona fan. मतलब I remember being in the hostel that night watching the game, और मेरे hostel के आसपास जितने भी rooms थे they were Liverpool fans, and the way they were shouting Origi Origi, I was just sitting in the corner of my room and just thinking कि नहीं यार बार्सिलोना, तुम इस बार 1-2 साल में तुम लगातार 2 बार कैसे कर सकते हो यार. ये तो अलग लेवल की बॉटलिंग है. I think bottling is
the
the
term.
counterpoint for both of us, right?
हम्म, राइट, बॉटलिंग 2 साल में करी है, प्रॉब्ली नहीं करी है, बट
हाँ,
दैट इज हाउ इट इज परसीव्ड. एंड
it is way more deeper than it is actually. It
हाँ,
looks
बट
like.
सरफेस पे दैट इज हाउ इट इज परसीव्ड.
वही.
एंड while there may be thousands of reasons, साउथ अफ्रीका को हमेशा से क्रिकेट में बॉटलर्स कहा जाता है. देयर इज अ रीजन
Hmm.
फॉर इट. एंड व्हेन वी वर प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट देम इन द फाइनल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड T20, सो एक
वो.
एक दिल में ना वो एक था, होप था कि
हाँ
आगे
ऐसा.
तो बॉटलर्स है. तो प्रोबब्ली आई थिंक दैट इज द ट्रू बॉटलर. बट आर्सेनल, बार्सिलोना can say कि हाँ, they dropped the
Hmm.
ball, probably not the bottlers, but they dropped the ball definitely.
Correct.
And I
Right way
remember
to say
ये
it.
वाले मैच में, so I had slept. Liverpool was not
Barcelona.
supposed to win. So it was so I remember going to bed thinking कि यार लिवरपूल इतना तो नहीं स्कोर करेंगे, so Barcelona is going through. So I took my nap, and next morning when I woke up I was like ये क्या हुआ, ये क्या मिस कर दिया, ये हुआ कैसे. And then that
I can't
goal
believe.
from the corner, oh man, that was a sensational goal. मतलब ठीक है, being a Barcelona supporter, I think you can also agree that was a sensational goal, definitely.
That surely was कि मतलब अगर मेरा क्लब वो गोल करता तो मैं उसको ऐसे सालों सालों तक फ्लॉन्ट करता, फ्लेक्स करता. लेकिन जब लिवरपूल ने वो गोल किया था ट्रेंट ने, तब वो कॉर्नर टेकन क्विकली मेरे सपनों में ऐसे गूंज रहा था ना, मैं क्या बताऊं.
वो आज तक गूंजता होगा, आई एम श्योर.
और फिर जो उसके बाद मतलब आई थिंक लिवरपूल को भी जो क्रॉस कर गया हार्डेस्ट मोमेंट, दैट वाज ऑफ कोर्स मेसी लीविंग द क्लब इन 2021, और वो भी जिन सर्कमस्टांसेस में उसे लीव करना पड़ा क्लब. एंड व्हेन आई वॉच्ड हिम क्राई ड्यूरिंग द लास्ट स्पीच दैट ही वाज अबाउट टू गिव, मतलब वो तो शैटरिंग था बिल्कुल, कि एक बहुत बड़ा पार्ट क्लब का इज गोइंग अवे फ्रॉम द क्लब. तो वो एक हार्ट ब्रेकिंग मोमेंट था.
But I think you have had that couple of times now. Neymar left, then Suarez left,
Hmm.
then when Xavi and Iniesta they retired. No, not Iniesta, but Xavi when he
हाँ.
retired, and then Iniesta also left. So I think you guys have had that moment
I
multiple
think
times.
Javi was the last player and Iniesta was as well the last player जिसको एक अच्छा फेयरवेल मिला क्लब की तरफ से. बाकी जो MSN था, जो आइकॉनिक ट्रियो था, उन तीनों के ट्रांसफर्स इतने वियर्ड थे एंड हैपेंड एट अ टाइम जहां पे क्लब को उनकी सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत थी. जो नेमार का ट्रांसफर हुआ, दैट वाज सॉर्ट ऑफ, उसने सारे ना जो भी नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स थे वो खोल के रख दिए क्लब के बारे में, एंड वॉट एवर बार्टोमियो वाज डूइंग बिहाइंड द सीन्स, उसको उसका एक एक्सपोजे सॉर्ट ऑफ सामने आया. एंड देन मेसी इवेंचुअली टोल्ड द थिंग्स अबाउट बार्टोमियो एंड व्हाट ही वाज डूइंग बिहाइंड द सीन्स, एंड देन इवेंचुअली मेसी लेफ्ट द क्लब. सुआरेज का द रिलेशंस sort of बहुत ही बेकार हो गए थे रिलेशंस, एंड इवेंचुअली ही वेंट टू एटलेटिको एंड ही वॉन द नेक्स्ट सीजन विद एटलेटिको मैड्रिड द लीग. तो हाँ, मतलब काफी ऐसे शैटरिंग मोमेंट्स हुए हैं.
And I think one of the differences between Madrid and Barcelona transition
करेक्ट,
was
एग्जैक्टली.
that Real Madrid में players stepped up.
हम्म.
When Ronaldo left, Benzema stepped up. But when Neymar left, when Suarez left, when Messi left, there was no one to step up for Barcelona.
I
So
think
probably I think
that is the point where कि as much as I hate Florentino Perez, मतलब उसको hate करने वाली क्या ही है, but you have to respect the guy. मतलब जिस हिसाब से वो run करता है Real Madrid को, it has never been done before, and I don't think it will ever be done after, exactly after once
हाँ,
he retires or once whatever happens.
he is one of a kind. तभी तो डॉन पेरेस बोलते हैं ना यार उसको.
Exactly.
Don Perez is one. So even with the kind of money that Real Madrid have, and they still have a knack of spending it wisely. Whereas
Exactly.
other clubs have these instances where they are just going around throwing money.
Hmm.
Chelsea being the perfect
Oh.
example. I
Chelsea is a money laundering scheme at this point.
I think they are preparing an army. Probably Todd Boehly has misunderstood how football is played. So I think he feels that at least they need to have 100 soldiers. या वो 300 वाली मूवी बनाने का भी प्लान कर रहा है. So I think that is how it is going currently. But yeah, so I think that is probably how you got into Barcelona, how I got into Arsenal, and maybe I think now it's time that we move to the part two of the podcast
Yes,
and talk about the upcoming seasons and
upcoming
what we
season.
are expecting from it.
Chale,
So
I
yes,
think let's move forward.
let's move to part two.
Two.
Hello everyone, we are back with part two, and I am Kunal, this is Arush, and we are now going to be talking about the upcoming season for Premier League, Arsenal, and La Liga, Barcelona.
Yes.
So,
तो
Arush, क्या है
किससे स्टार्ट
expectation?
करें? बार्सिलोना से स्टार्ट करें. ओके, इट हैज बीन वियर्ड, इट हैज बीन वेरी वियर्ड. जिस ट्रांसफर टारगेट से हमने स्टार्ट किया था, उस ट्रांसफर टारगेट का अभी तक कुछ अता पता नहीं है. उसके अलावा एक 60 मिलियन की साइनिंग हो चुकी है, डैनी ओल्मो. नाउ एज मच एज आई लव द प्लेयर, आई लव्ड व्हाट ही डिड एट द यूरोज, बट आई डोंट थिंक, I acutely don't think कि this was a signing that Barcelona needed right now, because उनके पास अभी टैलेंट है, उनके पास अभी लामासिया में है, उनके पास अभी प्लेयर्स हैं टू फिल इन द कैंप स्पॉट. और वहां पे हमारा डैनी ओल्मो आ रहा है 60 मिलियन का. हमारे निको विलियम्स का कुछ पता नहीं, मतलब लेफ्ट विंग का तो अता पता ही नहीं है, सीडीएम का अता पता ही नहीं है. हमारे जो लेजेंड है ओरियल रोमियो, वो जा चुके हैं लोन पे जिरोना में. तो आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज अप विद द क्लब. मेरा जो थर्ड प्रायोरिटी होता आफ्टर विंग and after CDM, it would have been the goalkeeping spot. It is a very controversial topic, but I am not very supportive of Ter Stegen. I did not like what he did last season. उससे पिछला season was good, but it was good because the backline was good. हमारा जो क्रिस्टेंसन का, हमारा बाल्डी का, हमारा कोंडे का, और स्पेशली अराउको का जो एक सेंटर बैक, एक बैकलाइन बन गया था, इट वाज सॉर्ट ऑफ अनबीटेबल. तो I think Ter Stegen sort of came through that season, but जो last season में जब हमने expose होना start किया, I think Ter Stegen did not help. तो मेरा एक third priority उसमें goalkeeper रहता, but Cam तो मैं सोच भी नहीं रहा था कि हमें sign करना चाहिए इस point पे. तो I don't know.
But the entire thing is players sign तो कर लोगे, register कैसे करोगे? I think this is one of the jokes going around अभी तो. So I was listening to the Athletic podcast yesterday.
Hmm.
They were talking about Barcelona and why they are not able to register players,
Hmm.
and how they are being able to afford a 60 million signing like Dani Olmo. So which is to say the least, people are not able to explain how this is happening. Because
Exactly.
what they are saying is कि सेकेंड लीवर जो बार्सिलोना ने एक्टिवेट किया था, या जो नाइकी के साथ डील वो क्रैक करने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं, दे आर ट्राइंग टू एंश्योर कि उनको 100 मिलियन मिल जाए, कुछ पैसे मिल जाए. बट नो वन इज एबल टू एक्सप्लेन हाउ दिस इज ऑल गोइंग, एंड द अमाउंट ऑफ प्लेयर्स दे हैव अनरजिस्टर्ड राइट नाउ, एंड so that becomes I think a hindrance to them signing players also. Dani Olmo
Correct.
का हो गया, and I think ये भी rumors थे that initially, when Dani Olmo was trying to sign on for Barcelona, so this became a hindrance कि players register
Hmm.
नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. But now that he is there, Nico Williams, I don't think he's coming because
I
he
don't think as
he's
well.
staying where he is. So वो तो I don't think is happening. You need to focus on other wingers probably. But again, the thing is, how are you going to register players? How is Barcelona
Hmm.
going to register players?
Hmm.
That is the entire scheme of things right now with their position currently.
मतलब द पॉइंट इज कि लापोर्ता एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एक पॉलिटिशियन ही है. उसको ही नोज रियली वेल हाउ टू मैनिपुलेट द मीडिया. मतलब वो मीडिया में आता है, वो बोलता है कि हम 1:1 में पहुंचने वाले हैं, हम 1:1 में पहुंचने वाले हैं, बट कुछ अभी तक क्लू नहीं है कि हम कैसे और कब पहुंचने वाले हैं. उन्होंने डैनी ओल्मो साइन किया, अच्छी बात है, ठीक है, लेकिन व्हेन आर यू गोइंग टू फोकस? अभी 15 दिन बचे हैं ट्रांसफर विंडो में. अगर निको विलियम्स जैसी साइनिंग होनी होती तो आई थिंक कि बहुत पहले हो चुकी होती. आई डोंट थिंक कि इतना टाइम लगना चाहिए था उस साइनिंग को, एंड सिंस अब तक नहीं हुई है तो आई डोंट थिंक इट इज हैपनिंग एनी मोर. हमें मिकेल मरीनो जैसे प्लेयर पे फोकस करना चाहिए था, या जूबी मेंडी जैसे प्लेयर पे फोकस करना चाहिए था. नाउ मिकेल मरीनो इज ऑलमोस्ट फाइनलाइज विद आर्सेनल. जूबी मेंडी की टॉक्स चल रही है लिवरपूल के साथ. ही इज हैप्पी विद द प्रोजेक्ट एंड मोस्ट लाइकली ट्रांसफर हो सकता है. एंड अगर नहीं भी होता तो वो ही विल बी स्टेइंग एट रियल सोसिएदाद. यहाँ पे बार्सिलोना को जहां पे एक्शन लेना था वहां पे बार्सिलोना इज कंप्लीटली एब्सेंट, एंड दैट इज वेयर आई ड्रॉ द लाइन.
But if I talk about both Mikel Merino and Zubimendi, so probably Merino would have been a better fit. Reason being, he he costs less than Zubimendi, and right now the kind of financial situation that Barcelona is in, they would have preferred going for Merino probably if they were focusing on DL. Fit, tactically कितना fit होगा, that is a different case altogether. But financially, if you talk about it, then probably Merino would have been the one, or if they could have scouted someone else also. So that is, I think, where the planning needs to happen. And like you rightly said, winger की बहुत ज़रूरत है, DM की ज़रूरत है, and goalkeeper probably it is that kind of a signing जो अगर अभी हो जाती है तो perfect है, अगर नहीं होती है then at least you still have a quality keeper, if not
हाँ, मतलब
a world
हम
beater,
सर्वाइव कर
हाँ,
सकते हैं उसके बिना.
true. And De Gea is back, by the way.
डेहा इज बैक. फियोरेंटीना में अब वापस आ रहे हैं वो.
Yes. So
आई थिंक हैप्पी फॉर हिम, हैप्पी
you
फॉर
could
हिम.
have got him for free if you want to.
नहीं, डेहा का तो मैं श्योर था ही नहीं. मतलब द लास्ट फ्यू सीजन्स एट मैन यूनाइटेड एंड देन ही वाज फ्री फॉर द एंटायर ईयर. तो हमें कुछ आइडिया ही नहीं था कि कहाँ पे अभी उसका स्किल सेट है, कहाँ पे हिज मेंटल स्पेस इज करेंटली. लेकिन आई थिंक एमी
But I think
मार्टिनेज
that's
होता या कुछ होता तो
Emi Martinez is not in your budget, man. He's not in your budget.
बैक टू रियलिटी, बैक टू
Back to
रियलिटी.
reality. Probably I'm saying De Gea probably because see he has been there. He has been at the grand stage. He has done it all. He has been with Manchester United for so many years. Whatever decline was there, that was could also be attributed to the club itself. Because you see
Correct, I
Onana
agree.
in United right now.
Hmm.
Onana before coming to United was linked with Arsenal, and he was very
Right.
heavily linked with Arsenal. People were going crazy, and when we did not sign Onana, people, were, when Raya came in, when Ramsdale came in, they kept on saying why did we not sign Onana? And now we are seeing
Correct.
how he's performing for United, the kind of blunders he's making. While he does have so many saves to his name, but that is also because he faces so many shots.
So many shots, exactly. That's the whole point. And the season Onana had before signing for United for Inter, it was a very good season that he had.
Correct.
And that also comes down to the team and the management in the end.
Right.
कि कैसे उसको मैनेज किया जा रहा है. Inzaghi managed really well with him. और उसके बाद I don't think Ten Hag वो influence ला पाया Onana पे.
Right, and that is where I think De Gea का downfall be started, and it went on.
Hmm.
Probably मतलब, how I am talking about is he could have been a backup to Ter Stegen last year if he had
Hmm.
gone on to sign with Barcelona, probably this year. And then probably, if he works out, see, he's a free transfer. You're not paying anything to get him into this club. Salary
Hmm.
है, but right now if you look at his salary, the amount of money he's getting at Fiorentina, I think उतना तो बार्सिलोना अफोर्ड कर ही सकता था.
कर ही सकती
But
है.
so I think he could have been an understudy to Ter Stegen for a year or something, and then taken over if things panned out right. If not, then you always have an
हाँ
option to
मतलब
go ahead and
फ्री ट्रांसफर्स में वैसे भी इतना रिस्क होता है नहीं. You
true,
can play around. So
true.
could have
So
been an
that is
option. Could have been
could
an
have been
option.
an option.
बट हाँ मतलब मैं डेको से तो बिल्कुल ही खुश नहीं हूँ हाउ इज डीलिंग विद थिंग्स. डेको के आने से मेरे मन में एलेमानी के लिए रिस्पेक्ट ऐसे टेन फोल्ड हो गई है कि भाई कुछ तो था हमारे पास पहले जो मैनेज कर सकता था, जो श्रूड साइनिंग्स कर सकता था, जिसके अंदर कैपेबिलिटी थी टू टेक बोल्ड डिसीजंस. लेकिन आई हैव नेवर सीन दैट विद डेको. बट व्हाट आई फील इज कि डेयोंग को तो सेल करना पड़ेगा. If we have to get in some funds, so De Jong has to be sold. And I read somewhere कि De Jong is the is taking the most money in the La Liga.
So
वहाँ पे
why
खेल रहा है भाई.
why do you think we did not approach Barcelona for De Jong? He would have been a perfect fit for the left number 8 spot, but his salary, his transfer fee is what kind of stopped Arsenal from going
Hmm.
ahead. If that is the case, these are all rumors, and we don't know what's happening behind the scenes in the club itself. But
Hmm.
what we've heard so far is his salary and the transfer fee was what stopped Arsenal from going for him. But when you talk about shrewd signings or
Hmm.
shrewd decisions, I think Edu has done that. People,
Hmm. Correct. I agree.
last 2 years people have said कि यार Edu का कितना मतलब Edu has to step up, Edu has to do better. He has to
Hmm.
sell players for more money. He has to ensure कि लोग खरीद रहे हैं हमारे players. But I think the way that Edu and Arteta decided कि भैया इनके transfer इन लोग को cancel करो contracts and get them out of the club, because that was something that had to be done. You could not keep
Right.
them at the club any longer. No one was going to buy them. Kolasinac no one would buy. Ozil, no one would buy. Aubameyang was too expensive to buy. So I
Hmm.
think those are the right decisions to get them out of the club. Aubameyang happened naturally. He went to Barcelona. Things got a little rough, but at the end, I think they have made those decisions. Arteta keeps on saying it is time to be ruthless. So I think being ruthless is what Arsenal are doing right now. They have sold ESR, दिल पे पत्थर रख के. But and I saw so after he has been sold, he has scored goals.
Hmm.
Iwobi has assisted ESR, so I think it's a good move for him. But we are taking those ruthless calls, and
Hmm.
now the upcoming season, while we do have a left back in place, we have 5 left backs, I think. Uh, Calafiori, Timber, Zinchenko, Kiwior can play there. Tomiyasu, yeah. So 5 we have in place, and unfortunately we only had Zinchenko fit enough to play against Leverkusen. So Arsenal and their left back problems continue. But I think if I'm talking about Arsenal from a transfer point of view, Mikel Merino, the talks are ongoing for the left 8 spot. But I think he would be more of a rotational player, because the way that Gabby Jesus has been playing with Kai Havertz, the interchange that these two have, and Trossard being a part of that trio now. So I think that part is set, at least for the start of the season. So I think when we start the season, we are going to see Kai Havertz at left 8, Jesus going up ahead as a striker, and then Trossard on the left, right wing, Saka as usual, and Odegaard being the right eight. So I think this is what is going to happen for the start of the season. And now the conundrum that comes in is, do we get a DM? We have Jorginho, we have Partey, and if Kai Havertz and Jesus both play together, then you have Declan Rice as well as the number six. So I think this, yeah, your video went off. So yeah, so I was saying that then you have Declan Rice as well as number six. So DM, not sure if it is something of a focus right now, but on the wing, right wing definitely is something that we need to sign. And striker, while uh, so let's talk about the right wing first. Then right wing Saka is there. Reece Nelson, people are saying that he'll be leaving the club, but I don't see any signs of him going anywhere right now. There are no talks ongoing, nothing as such. So if Reece Nelson is there, I think he works as the backup, and Fabio Vieira, over the preseason, we have seen him play as a right wing person. While he has not been exceptional there, but new position for him, he has to adapt there. At least he's been, a lot more active off the ball in the
Hmm.
preseason. He's been going and getting, pinching ball off defensively. So that I think uh, is what the situation is. So probably a right winger we will look to sign, or we should look to sign. Uh, then coming on to the striker position, uh, killer is needed or not is again something that Arteta has to decide. Because if Jesus is fit, if Kai Havertz is fit, then you already have three players who can play in that position, uh, including Trossard. However, the concern that we had last year, एक वो killer instinct नहीं है. You don't
Hmm.
have that shoot on sight वाला player.
That
So
clutch
that,
moment, I think.
yes, so that is something that is lacking. But again, the question comes down to how many players are you willing to, get into the squad in that same position. So that is, I think, where it is.
But do you think the club should be taking a gamble with Jesus, or they should sign a new striker who is a dependable striker? Because we'll have to be honest, last 2 years for Jesus, he while Arsenal as a squad has worked very well, very beautifully, but Jesus has been injured for a long time, and the time at which he has stepped in, उसकी performances आई हैं, but it has been on and off. तो do you think कि एक ऐसे सीजन में जहाँ पे you are being considered as favorites to win the league again, and it could be the third consecutive season जहाँ पे मैन सिटी एंड आर्सेनल का पूरा ही कंपटीशन चलने वाला है, तो keeping that all these pointers in mind, do you think कि एक ऐसा डिपेंडेबल स्ट्राइकर हमें चाहिए?
See, I think अगर करना होता साइन तो अब तक या तो साइन हो गया होता और we would have heard something.
आई थिंक विक्टर ग्योकेरेश के काफी लिंक्स आ रहे थे.
Links तो आ रहे हैं, and that has been there for the last couple of years now.
हम्म.
Osimhen and Gyökeres have been there for the
हम्म.
last couple of years, but I don't think anyone is coming in, at least not
हम्म.
with the kind of information that is going around over the internet right now. And I think Arsenal is more focused on getting the Merino deal done,
हम्म.
and that would be it from the transfer market perspective, I think. While Jesus has not been fit for the last couple of years. I remember when he signed for us, the
हम्म.
initial games when he played, the kind of
Yeah.
difference that he made is the same output that he has shown in the preseason this year as well.
हम्म.
So that gives us a lot of hope. And I think World Cup के बाद जब knee injury हुआ था, so I
हम्म.
think that is where he went downhill from that knee injury, because he never really recovered from that knee injury.
हम्म.
He had that surgery, and then he started playing, and then he got injured again. He got fluid in his knee. So I think that was the main problem. And right now, how things are looking, I think it is sorted, because the Arsenal doctors are also quite satisfied with his progress so far, and he has
Right.
looked a lot more nimble in the
Okay.
preseason.
Correct.
So probably that is the case. But even then, I think Kai Havertz did a good job at number 10, number 9. While I understand he's not been that killer, but he has made things happen in the box. If you see that goal that he took against Leverkusen, he was in the right spot at the right moment. That was a very Nketiah type of a goal, where he is, the poacher. And with Nketiah almost leaving for Marseille, I think they might sign a backup striker, but not, I don't think, out and out, first team player they're going to get.
Also, एनकीतिया से मुझे याद आया एमिल स्मिथ रो.
Hmm.
नाउ ही इज गॉन टू फुलहम.
Right.
अब एमिल स्मिथ रो का ऐसा सीन है कि अ कपल ऑफ सीजंस बैक उसको ऐसे टर्म किया जा रहा था कि हिम एंड साका टुगेदर आर गोइंग टू बी द नेक्स्ट बिग थिंग, एंड
Hmm.
मतलब वो बिल्कुल इसे फाड़ने वाले हैं. लेकिन सिंस एमिल स्मिथ रो हैज गॉन टू फुलहम, क्या आपको इसका ऐसा सीन लगता है कि व्हाट कुड हैव बीन वाला प्लेयर है वो?
Definitely, definitely. Matlab, if we remember that Chelsea game couple of years ago, Smith Rowe saved Arteta's ass that day. So, because if we had lost that game, probably it would have been the end of the days for Arteta's career at Arsenal. But Smith Rowe, while he's always shown glimpses of what he can do, he has had that injury nagging him throughout his career. He got selected for England when he was playing continuously for Arsenal. He got selected for England as well, and I hope he has a period where he can continuously keep on playing, because he has not had that at Arsenal. Even when last season he not last season, last to last season, when he got into the team and started playing a couple of games he played, then again he got injured. So it was very unfortunate, and then the entire flow broke, and he never got back into the team. Last year, while he was fit for most of the time, Arteta never really trusted him, and there's a reason for it, because his off the ball game has not been what Arteta wanted it to be. So, and again, the injury record, he's not been a consistent availability. So I think that is what has held him back with Fulham. Hopefully, now he gets that thing in going, and he has a couple of ex-Arsenal players there. Iwobi is there, who was there with him at Hill End. Then he has
Right.
Leno as well over there to help him out. So probably I think a good place for him. And Fulham has been doing well. They've been punching above their weight. So probably this time, and he's don't forget he has gone there to replace Willian. So that is something that probably Smith Rowe can do very well if he stays fit.
राइट.
Yeah.
फुलहम भी वैसे लास्ट सीजन दे डिड वेरी वेल इन द प्रीमियर लीग, एंड दिस सीजन भी काफी अच्छी अच्छी साइनिंग्स की हैं. एंड Fulham plus West Ham. What West Ham has been doing in the transfer window is crazy. टोडिबो साइन कर लिया, फुलक्रूग ले आए हैं, गेडो रॉड्रिगेज ले आए हैं, तो it is going to be a competitive season. And that and these are the type of teams जहाँ पे Arsenal usually struggles. Last season भी वो Fulham के against हारे थे. Last season and that eventual loss against Aston Villa, which basically turned out to be वही जो डिफरेंस
Right.
चाहिए होता है, that turned out to be that difference.
Right.
Uh,
But
तो
I think
इन
that is bound to happen. Not everyone can be Manchester City. You cannot win each
राइट.
and every game. But while Liverpool and Arsenal have been trying to do it for years now, City is in a league of their own. They have players to replace players, world
Yes,
class players to replace world class players.
exactly. Their bench itself is around 300, 400 million.
Yeah, so that is it, I think.
राइट. सो व्हाट, क्या आपको लगता है कि यहाँ पे आने वाला है साका का पीओटीएस सीजन, कि मतलब ये वाला सीजन इज वेयर साका इज गोइंग टू शो द वर्ल्ड की what kind of a player he is?
I think Saka has been doing that for the last couple of years. He has been carrying the team, and he has been the man to go to in clutch moments. So he has been the difference maker.
Hmm.
But I think until and unless we get a good backup for Saka, someone who can replace him in at least the cup games, the group stages of different competitions, uh, and he gets the rest that he deserves. I think he will take some time to get going
Hmm.
in that direction, because last year also, while he had a slow start to the season, he did end the season really well with good numbers.
Right.
So I think overall, from a Saka standpoint of view, he will do well. But
Hmm.
world class wala can only happen once, we have that backup player in place and one who is trusted to take over from Saka. Uh, as difficult as it is to do, someone who is
Hmm.
trusted to take over from Saka, at least in the group stages and the cup games, where he can, rest.
I think एक injuries वाला point and again that what could have been वाला player वाला point is where Arsenal and Barcelona fans can again relate to, because हमारे
Definitely.
पास जो शानदार list है injuries की जो पिछली season रही थी, it was Gavi, it was Pedri, and then it was Rafinha at some points. फिर आपका अब मुझे डर लग रहा है लमीन यमाल के लिए भाई. They are poising Lamine Yamal as this
Next big
face of the
thing.
club
Yes.
at 17 years old, and I am scared. I'm shit scared because मैं नहीं चाहता कि विक्टर रोके के साथ भी वो जो पेड्री के साथ हुआ था या गावी के साथ हुआ है या अंसु फाती फॉर दैट मैटर. तीन वंडर किड्स हैं हमारे पास, चार वंडर किड्स हैं. ला मासिया हैज बीन डूइंग इट्स जॉब परफेक्टली फाइन, बट जो बार्सिलोना का मैनेजमेंट फिर स्टार्ट करता है, आई डोंट रियली सपोर्ट इट. एंड विद फ्लिक मुझे ये लगता है कि ही वुड मैनेज द टाइम ऑफ द प्लेयर्स very very shrewdly, very nicely. That is one trust that I have on Flick. लेकिन लमीन की कैपेबिलिटी का प्लेयर रिप्लेसेबल हमारे पास आई डोंट थिंक वी हैव. आई थिंक राफिनिया वुड हैव टू स्विच पोजीशंस बिकॉज विंग पे हमारे पास कोई साइनिंग हुई नहीं है. ही विल इवेंचुअली हैव टू प्ले द रोल देयर. एंड बैकअप्स अगेन इज एन इशू फॉर बार्सिलोना, लेकिन दैट इज वेयर द ला मासिया स्टेप्स अप. अब व्हाट कुड हैव बीन वाले सिचुएशन में जो वितोर रोके के साथ हुआ है,
Hmm.
आई थिंक एक बहुत ही शर्मनाक हरकत है जो हमारे क्लब ने की है. दे साइन दिस 19-year-old 18-year-old फ्रॉम द ब्राजील लीग. उसको टर्म किया एज द एल टीग्रो. उसका ऐसे मार्केटिंग हुआ कि ही इज द वन, ही इज कमिंग, एंड लेवेंडोस्की को बिल्कुल एक बढ़िया रिप्लेसमेंट मिलने वाला है. एंड ही वाज बीइंग कंपेयर्ड टू एंड्रिक जो अभी साइन किया है इसके लिए, रियल मैड्रिड के लिए. एंड अब डेको इज सेइंग कि हमें बेचना होगा ही होगा वितोर रोके को आफ्टर 6 months. उसने कितना 3 या 4 गेम खेले हैं ला लीगा में, उसने 3 गोल स्कोर किए. एंड नाउ ही इज बीन लिंक्ड टू मल्टीपल क्लब्स. आई थिंक दैट इज the lowest of the lows that Barcelona has got in terms of transferring.
But I think that is
And
also because of their need to generate funds. Uh, that is, well, as bad as it sounds, I think that is the only way out for them. They need to register players, they need funds. So I think that is how they're looking at right now.
I get it, I get the कि ये क्यों हो रहा है, बट एट द फर्स्ट प्लेस फिर आपको 40 million एक अनप्रूवन प्लेयर पे फिर खर्च नहीं करने चाहिए थे. इफ यू हैड सो मच ट्रस्ट इन हिम दैट यू स्पेंड 40 million, आई थिंक यू शुड हैव केप्ट द टैलेंट लाइक हिम. दैट इज व्हाट आई थिंक. बट ठीक है,
But what is the value
दूध
he's
का
being
घूंटा पीना पड़ेगा.
linked at for now?
सॉरी,
What is the value he's being linked at?
55 to 60.
Okay.
अभी तक कोई ऐसे क्लब रिक्वेस्ट आई नहीं है इसके पास, ट्रांसफर रिक्वेस्ट, बट इसका जो वैल्यू सेट हो रहा है दैट इज अराउंड 55 to 60. एक
But
सिमिलर केस हुआ था एमरसन रॉयल के साथ कि वो बार्सिलोना आया था एंड उसी ट्रांसफर विंडो में ही गॉट ट्रांसफर टू टॉटनहम. बट दैट प्रूव टू बी ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज बिकॉज हमें पता चल गया कि कैसा प्लेयर है एक्चुअली एमरसन रॉयल. और अब एमरसन रॉयल इज गोइंग टू एसी मिलान.
AC Milan, yes.
उसका एयर भी गो आ चुका है. तो दैट इज क्रेजी. उसकी एजेंट को कुछ ऐसा देना पड़ेगा ऑस्कर वगैरह कि ही इज एबल टू मैनिपुलेट क्लब्स लाइक
Manipulate
दैट.
clubs like that, right. But what do you think about Pedri this season? How, matlab, do you think his injuries are going to get better?
Personally, for me, between Pedri, Musiala, and Bellingham, if we keep the injuries aside, I think Pedri is the best amongst all three of them. लेकिन since injuries cannot be kept aside and it is a major part of any player's abilities, that is where the thing strikes me. I am in no mood to sell Pedri as of now, but I really need to see the kind of skills that he can show throughout the season, because मुझे पता है कि उसमें पोटेंशियल है, उसे पता है उसको उसमें पोटेंशियल है, सारे बार्सिलोना फैंस को पता है उसमें पोटेंशियल है, लेकिन मैं बस फ्लिक से ये रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ कि पेड्री को वहां खिलाए जहां उसको खिलाने की जरूरत है, उसको ना खिलाए वो मयोर्का के अगेंस्ट या फिर आपके जिरोना जिरोना तो वेल इट हैज गॉन टू बी अ वेरी गुड टीम, लेकिन वायाडॉइड के अगेंस्ट, इन सब के अगेंस्ट जहाँ पे जरूरत नहीं है, जहाँ पे द बैकअप प्लेयर्स कैन वर्क फाइन फॉर यू, प्लीज प्ले द बैकअप प्लेयर्स, प्लीज पेड्री को सेव करके रखो, बिकॉज एक बार जब इंजरी स्टार्ट होती हैं तो द प्लेयर कीप्स ऑन ग्रोइंग टू बी वल्नरेबल टुवर्ड्स इंजरीज. दैट इज व्हाट वी सॉ विद जेसूस एज वेल. सिंस 2017 जब से वो मैनचेस्टर सिटी में आया था तब से ही हैज बीन फेसिंग इंजरीज, एंड सेम हैज बीन द केस विद पेड्री. एंड मैं उसका जो प्लेयर वर्जन है वो एंड नहीं देखना चाहता कि बिल्कुल ऐसे अंसु फाती वाले फैशन में हो रहा हो. अंसु फाती ने एक फ्रेश इंजरी ले ली है जहां पे ऐसा लग रहा था कि ये वाला सीजन जो है अंसु फाती ये प्रूव करेगा कि बार्सिलोना में ही स्टिल हैज समथिंग टू शो फॉर. उसको फिर से एक इंजरी हो गई है, एंड नाउ आई डोंट नो कि व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू डू विद अंसु फाती. वी आर स्टिल नॉट श्योर. इंजरी हो गई है तो क्लब्स वुड नॉट आल्सो कम टू बाय हिम. They would be very hesitant.
Especially when his loan with Brighton did not go that well. So,
Did not, that is an understatement. बहुत ही खराब, मतलब एक तो उसको खेलने को भी मिला, he got the opportunities, but I don't think the Premier League environment suited him. He was just not able to show even a shadow of him in the Premier
but
League.
I think De Zerbi ball is that way. मतलब,
Hmm.
you cannot just get into a De Zerbi team and start playing right away. You need time
Exactly.
to adjust, and I think वहाँ पे भी he got injured, and that probably took time away from him. And when he played, he did not have that kind of output which was supposed to come out. Because I
Exactly.
remember when Brighton got him on loan, people went crazy. Brighton has got
Exactly.
Ansu Fati, so that is
De Zerbi ने भी बोला था कि वी आर ऑनर्ड टू हैव अ प्लेयर लाइक अंसु फाती. लेकिन अगर आप ब्राइटन को ही देखो तो मिटोमा हो गया, काइसेडो हो गया, एनसीसो हो गया, इन तीनों प्लेयर्स दे वर एट द क्लब फॉर 1 or 2 सीजंस एंड उसके बाद दे शोड देयर पोटेंशियल. तो दैट इज ट्रू कि De Zerbi बॉल ही ऐसा है कि यू विल हैव टू just wait, and then you will have to just get used to the environment of football around you, and then you will be able to show your skills. So that could be a reason, but overall Ansu Fati's performance has got down. It is physically as well as mentally as well कि अब 2-3 सीजन्स हो गए हैं. स्टार्ट हुआ था जहाँ पे उसको हमने नंबर 10 दे दिया था, मतलब he was supposed to be Messi's here, and where he is at right now there is a stark difference. तो उसको mentally भी I think he'll have to just redefine himself, and then I think the performance can show physically, but उसके लिए injuries नहीं होनी होंगी उसको.
So probably I think we can end this episode
Yes.
with our prediction.
We can end it with one final prediction, that where do you see Arsenal ending up in the Premier League? Interesting.
Let's do a top 4 prediction for both the leagues.
ठीक है.
Let's start with Premier League. Probably Manchester City, Arsenal,
नहीं
and Tottenham.
Tottenham top 4.
Top 4. With Dominic
Okay.
Solanke, they may get into top 4.
Okay. Madrid, बार्सिलोना, एटलेटिको. मुझे बार्सिलोना और एटलेटिको में ज्यादा क्लोज लग रहा है इन कंपैरिजन टू बार्सिलोना एंड रियल मैड्रिड, बिकॉज एटलेटिको ने मस्त प्लेयर साइन किए. ले नॉर्मांड उन्होंने साइन कर लिया है, एल्वारेज उन्होंने साइन कर लिया है, एंड फोर्थ स्पॉट का आई थिंक जिरोना इज गोइंग टू डू अगेन समथिंग वेरी, क्योंकि एक तो उनको सिटी वाली फंडिंग आ रही है, सिटी ग्रुप वाली, एंड आई थिंक दे आर गोइंग टू डू वेल अगेन दिस सीजन. तो मेरा टॉप 4 तो इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी सिमिलर टू व्हाट इट हैज बीन इन द लास्ट सीजन ला लीगा में. चैंपियंस लीग, डू यू वांट टू डिस्कस, डू यू वांट टू प्रेडिक्ट?
Probably not in this one. Not in this one. We'll do a separate Champions League.
Keep that topic for another video. Yeah, correct.
Definitely.
काफी कुछ है बात करने का उसमें.
बहुत, अभी तो सिर्फ शुरुआत है. So
वही.
let's get on this journey. And thank you everyone for watching. It was a pleasure being here with you guys, whether you're watching or listening on your favorite podcast app. So see you again. We'll be back with one more episode next week. So yeah. So this is it from me, Kunal and Arush.
And this is me from Arush, and thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.